I am really so very much not a tech person. And the last several days have involved links and forms and emails and Zoom thingamajigs. I know, such technical language. Automations, just all the pieces that apparently have to talk to one another so that a group of human beings can do something incredibly uncomplicated, which is to come together. And talking about the gathering place, I've been thinking about it for months and decided to pull the trigger a few weeks ago. And every 2 weeks now, we have a meeting on Zoom, and this coming Wednesday will be the second one. So, somewhere in the middle of all that, I started thinking about how much we're asked to manage in a human life. Because I'm living in the belly of that particular beast, and if I am, I know that some of you must be there as well. There are the ordinary things, the more mundane, and then there are the things that are just more enormous in their nature. They can all feel like they ask a lot of us. There are passwords to remember, systems to contain them, and then more passwords to remember to get into those systems. What about your username? There's groceries to buy, appointments to keep, things that break, pens that run dry, things we've remembered to do only to discover what feels like 1,000 more things attached to them. Maybe it's really only 3. And oh yes, did we remember to worry in the midst of all of this? We don't necessarily account for the amount of capacity all of this requires. We tend to think we should be able to manage the ordinary things because they're ordinary. It's only a password, it's only an appointment, it's only another form, it's only something that needs fixing. But a human nervous system doesn't experience 27 onlys as nothing, and sometimes even one thing can really be the thing. And when we find we're stumbling or can't juggle all of it, well, we can really get on our cases. And then here we are, squarely inside the teaching today, right here. It's not about 5 productivity tips, and it's not organize yourself better. Rather, let's have a little thought around the question that commonly gets asked, and that is, how do I manage all of this better? And let's let that evolve towards another question that I think really can be so much more useful. And that question is there something in me that doesn't have to manage any of it? Now, that's a question that seems to require some thought, but as that question arises, let's just allow conscious awareness to enter the room. The room that figures and jiggers, evaluates and checks, judges and puts pressure on us. The room in the mind that sometimes talks to us in a hurtful and disparaging way. Let's just see if that somewhere inside you or me, can be conscious awareness. Remember, it's not a thought, it's experiential. We're not trying to find a way to make the demands disappear from our thoughts. The password still needs resetting, the appointment still has to be made, the illness is still happening, the relationship may still be irretrievably broken. But for a moment, we aren't asking the thinking mind to carry the weight of all of our existence, especially when it's sputtering on the fumes of depleted capacity, for whatever the reason. We know that capacity is naturally occurring in conscious awareness. So maybe coming alive again isn't about finally getting everything managed so much, because I don't know about you, but apparently life has not received the memo that I would like it to stop producing things that require my thought and my attention. Maybe it's about discovering that even while there are things to manage, we don't have to turn our whole life into a management project. In fact, our life is not that. In the midst of all of it, we're just living a life with all of the flotsam and jetsam that we often don't even want to have to deal with, much less bear, especially when whatever we experience simply feels like the hardest thing. So that's part of what I've been thinking about as I've been preparing for the gathering place for this Wednesday. I've spent all this time getting the machinery ready so that for 1 hour, you don't have to manage anything. You can share what you're carrying or navigating. You can listen. You can just simply be there. Be accompanied. You don't even have to be struggling. And if you are, have we got a place for you? We'll do a little orientation that may open the door or window or whatever we might want to call it to conscious awareness, where you may notice some capacity that your mind has been trying fervently to manufacture. And there we go, accompaniment and a window. This Wednesday, August the 26th, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. The link to register is in the video description above this video, as well as in the comment section below this video. There are things in a human life that need to be managed for certain. Let's find the path that allows us to continue to come back to replenish our capacity, whether that's for a moment or longer. It doesn't really matter. A human life itself is not something to be managed completely from the mind. I hope to see you on Wednesday. The gathering place is completely free. I've even structured the call so that you'll get a reminder and a Zoom link the morning of, and then again about an hour or so before we gather. Because I know if you're anything like me, sometimes I just can't figure out how to save that link when I get it. I got you covered. I'll see you soon. It's been a delight to spend time with you here today.